Some things that I'm thankful for Grandma is that whenever we come over, she spoils us with a lot of food, and I'm thankful that we have a grandma that loves us and gives us a lot of food.
Hey Grandma, thank you for always being there for us and for supporting us to get good grades and always to push us to be our best selves and always letting us come over and swim in the pool and play basketball and just hanging out with us, like watching Warriors games and just having a fun time in your house. I think, yeah, a strong memory of my childhood will always be going to Grandma's house just for getting food and for hanging out and just, it was always a place where I could remember and it felt like a second home to me. Somewhere I could just kind of fall back on, somewhere I know I could just kind of go and just relax and be me and not feel like I need to conform to anybody else's standards, which really kind of stinks that we would live in a world where people kind of feel that way. Yeah, that's all.
Dear Grandma, thank you for always giving us food when we come over and buying us gifts when it's our birthday.
What I love about Grandma is that she's always there for us and she's always supporting us no matter what we do.
What I love about Grandma is that she's nice and funny and always giving us food.
Hey Grandma, happy Mother's Day. I just want to tell you thank you for being such a great grandma to all of us. Your caring and loving characteristics have really been a great impact on all of our lives, and I know that you've done a lot to make our family better, and you always just push us right. Thank you for that. So, love you. Bye.
Hey Mom, so wanted to just tell you a little story for Mother's Day. Recently I was out at the packing shed with Justin because Dad was asking him to take the packing belts out. And when we got out there, Justin was showing me the packing belts and the stuff he had to remove, and I asked him to save me a couple pieces. So these are the pieces that I asked him to save. I don't know if you remember these, but these two controls were right at the station where he used to pack. And I always thought as a kid that it was the coolest thing because here we had this farming operation and we had this really cool packing shed, and in the middle of the busy season the packing shed is humming and there's all kinds of activity, and you were running the belt. So you were the person who was right in the middle of that belt and you were packing sweet potatoes right alongside the other workers out there. But what I thought was the coolest thing about it was that you had these controls at your station. And I remember this control up here has this plunger up on top. And at any time, if you sensed there was some kind of imminent danger, I remember one of the things that was dangerous was I would want to put my fingers in the belt and they would get caught in there and it could really, literally tear my fingers off. And you would yell at me not to do that. But if any time there was some kind of imminent danger like that, or someone fell in, or whatever it might be, you could hit that plunger and you could stop the packing belt. And this entire farming operation, the heartbeat of it, was right there at the packing line, and you had the power to just stop it and shut it down at any time. And then I also remember this piece, and I think I might like this one even better because this has this dial on here, and this allowed you to control the speed of the packing belt. Do you remember that? And if the sweet potatoes weren't coming out fast enough, if there was not a lot of product out on the belt, you could turn this thing down and you could get that belt really spinning fast and the sweet potatoes would come out really, really fast. But also on the other hand, if things were coming out too fast, if there were too many sweet potatoes on the line and you and the workers needed time to pack those sweet potatoes, you could dial it down and you could slow down the pace of that belt so that you had ample time and opportunity to pick the sweet potatoes, to put them in the box, and to make sure that you were maximizing the profit for the business. Well, here I am as an adult now and raising kids of my own, and I look at our life and how fast things get and how crazy things are and how out of control life seems at times. And sometimes I just want for it to slow down. And sometimes I just want for it to stop. And I realize as I'm having those thoughts and as I was thinking about the old packing shed,
that, Mom, that's really what you did in our life. In our life, at any time, if you as a mom sensed there was some kind of imminent danger, a threat to your family, or a threat to just our ability to come together and love each other as family, you could hit that plunger in our life and you could just stop things. But also on the other hand, you had this other dial, and if John and I and Stephen and I, maybe if we weren't working hard enough, or you were trying to teach us a certain lesson, you could turn that dial, you could speed things up, and you could force us to work harder, you could force us to react, you could force more things and activities onto us because you were trying to teach us something. But on the flip side, if life was just too busy, if life got too stressful, you could turn that dial down. And I remember you saying things like, Dad, you know what? Things are just a little crazy. Let's go to the coast for the weekend. And you would just dial things down, and you would recenter us. You would let us catch our breaths collectively as a family and make sure that we could refocus on the job we had at hand. Mom, I love this because it just reminds me of who you are. It reminds me of all the cool things you did in our life and how thankful I am for that. So today, on Mother's Day, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being in speed control of our life. Thank you for knowing when to speed us up, when to slow us down. And thank you, most importantly, for knowing when to hit the stop button and just when to pause on everything. And while it's so great that you have this power, thank you for not shying away from the power. Thank you for not shrinking away from that, but for taking that responsibility and putting it on your shoulders and saying, this is my gift as a mother to you, my children. So thank you for that. On this Mother's Day, I just want you to know how much I love you and I appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma.